I was speaking to a friend of mine this morning, and I told her what my plans are. She's a good friend. I won't, deny her sincerity in wanting to be a good friend of mine. But when I say to her that I need to stop doing what I'm doing and do something that's different to try to achieve a different result, the immediate response is, well, why don't you do this? And it's the old thing that I was doing. Or you should do that. And it's the old thing that I was doing. And I know that, I know that everyone who, I know that your friends are sincere in their reaction to the things that you want to accomplish. But sometimes, as hard as it is, you just have to not listen to other people and the feelings that you sense they have over a decision that you may have made. Because let's face it, the people in your life, they have a definitive opinion of you. And there is nothing you can ever do to change that opinion other than achieve something different. And then they'll say, oh, that's wonderful, you did that, that was great, you know and that's great. That's a wonderful afterthought. But it's the effort that you make that leads up to that result. That's the hard part. And it's the part where you can't search for or try to achieve someone agreeing with you or accepting your decisions or your choices. Because the fact is, many never will. People that you love, people that's in your life, will never understand your choices, your decisions, because they want the best for you. And for them, the best for you is something they believe that you've done before and how they've seen you, not necessarily how you want to be perceived or what you want to achieve. Yesterday and today, for the first time, I decided not to do what I typically do. And it's uncomfortable and it's scary. And I don't know if the decision was a good one. I just feel as if it is a right one, if that makes sense. I am totally and 100% uncomfortable with the choice or the decision to do things differently. But in the back of my mind, I'm asking myself, what choice do you have? How does that saying go? It's doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result and not achieving a different result because you're doing the same friggin' thing over and over. I need to do something different. If I manage to pull any viewers into into these videos that I'm putting on YouTube and TikTok, I hope that I'll get opinions, thoughts on and advice on what it is that I am doing and how I can get from point A to point B successfully, because I think that's so important. Um, and I suppose that I should start by sharing with all of you what it is that I'm trying to accomplish. So it's clear to me that working my typical 9 to 5 job is no longer something I can do. I I am I get I get extreme anxiety every time the thought of going on a job interview happens, or during the first part of my effort going on a job interview, and not being able to breathe, sitting in the parking lot, you know, with heart palpitations, and just not wanting to deal with facing others and have been judged by others and being told that you're not qualified and being told that you're too old, or being told Lord knows what. That anxiety have contributed deeply to my depressive state of mind, and I can tell you that depression is a horrible thing because it robs you of your life, and it just make everything seem so much worse. And if I have anything to say about depression, it's to avoid anything that will contribute to it. Avoid it like the plague. Try to center your mind on the positives and the things in your life that works, because if you don't do that, the depression will only get worse and you will not accomplish anything. And truth be told, this past year, my depression and my anxiety have contributed greatly to the things that I have not accomplished this past year. So I decided I am going to work diligently on becoming financially independent. No longer working for others, but working for myself. I've done a few things that I think is putting me in that direction. And I'm hoping that sooner or later, one of these things will pay off for me. So one of the things that I'm doing is I've written a book, and and I'm hoping that this book that I've published will be a stepping stone for me to get started. I'm going to try to publish as many books as I can on Amazon, and I'm going to try and build up a business online, and I'm hoping to accomplish that as quickly or as effectively as possible, to try to get myself to a place where I'm financially independent. I don't know if my efforts is going to pay off for me to keep this apartment, but I know that the efforts I make now may make it possible for me to have a roof over my head after after this apartment. So, that being said, yes, the first thing is Shift Friggin' Happens, the book. Then the next book after that, and then I will see how it goes. There are other things that I'm working on, and I'll share it, throughout. But for now, it's Shift Friggin' Happens, and it's a stepping stone for me.